Thank you for that, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's not enough. I still feel empty inside, but thank you. Thank you for trying. How are you guys doing? Are you, man? I don't know. You sound like you're having fun. I just don't trust people when I ask them that question. Not just in comedy, but in life, because people almost always give a positive answer, right? It's almost always, yeah, doing fine, doing well, can't complain. We lie to each other constantly. I mean, I'm not saying I'm never doing well, but I am definitely not always doing well. And you know what? I've reached the point in life. People ask me how I'm doing. I tell them, man. Someone asked me yesterday, and I told them. I said basically, I feel like I'm walking over like a very narrow, rickety footbridge, like one of those jungle footbridges, you know, like in Indiana Jones, the vines and the chasm, and it's like one of those. But this one is suspended over just an abyss. There's just darkness below me. I can't even see the bottom. But I think there's light somewhere up ahead. I can't see it, but it feels like I'm moving towards something. I'm growing, I'm making progress. But I've also felt that way for a long time. When I look down, the abyss is still yawning beneath me, so maybe this progress is just an illusion. Maybe this whole thing is just a giant hamster wheel. I mean, I'm not suicidal, but thank God that option is out there. And they said, well, we value you as a Verizon customer. So I upgraded. I got the new iPhone. You know what? Things have been a little bit better recently. They really have. I think maybe my feeling of inadequacy was my screen wasn't big enough before. So it's all good now, guys. It's all good. It's not all good. It's definitely not. I have obsessive compulsive disorder. That is not good. I mean, yeah. If anyone has OCD, well, raise your hand 6 times. It's and people don't take OCD seriously. It's trivialized to the point that there's actually a cleaning service in Midtown called OCD Cleaners. You couldn't get away with that with any other mental illness. There's no bipolar cleaners out there. We'll clean your apartment, and we'll trash it. And this is not a good city to have OCD in, by the way. We have to deal with stuff like the subway. I feel like the MTA slogan should just be, how else are you gonna get there, bitch? Just like rubbing our faces in it. They're woefully disdainful is what they are. They have signs on the wall of the subway that say assaulting an MTA worker is a felony. Like, you know you have an issue with customer satisfaction, but you feel the need to continually remind your patrons that beating up your employees is a no-no. Even the DMV doesn't have to go that far. Though they're trying. I will give the MTA credit for that. They are trying. I was researching this. Turns out every year, I didn't know this, but the MTA, they set an on-time target rate, what they're trying to achieve across all their subway lines. And for many years, the MTA's target has been 90%. Their actual performance has generally been about like 80 or 85%. But last year, as you know, if you live here, the performance, it declined. It dropped to 76%. So what the MTA did is they convened a bunch of studies to figure out how to improve performance, and then they made some capital investments, and then, no, I'm joking, guys, they didn't do any of that shit, clearly. No, what they actually did with their 90% target and their 76% performance is they just lowered their target to 75%. Don't you wish your job was like that? Your boss calls you in, they're like, listen, you're falling far short of expectations here. So we're just gonna lower the expectations. Congratulations, you're getting a promotion. Not everyone laughed at that last part. You know what, that's okay, guys, that's okay. I'm just gonna lower my laughter target to 60%. So we're ahead of the curve. And is it an MTA bylaw that every subway car has to have one flagrantly insane person on board? And I say that not because there's always one insane person on each subway car, but there's always only one insane person. I've never seen two on the same subway car. I don't know if they unionize, do they have sales territories, or... Like, is that the point? I've lived in this city long enough where if I get on the subway and someone's like ranting about Jesus or whatever, I'm just like, oh, just stand over here. But if the doors close behind me and there's no obviously crazy person, I'm just like, fuck, is it oh, fuck, is it me? And I have nothing against Jesus. I just feel like the D train is not an appropriate venue for a religious awakening. That's my... But if they say that captive audience, they just get up. Ladies and gentlemen, have you accepted Jesus into your heart? Jesus will save you. Whenever I hear that, I want to get up and give my own speech. Ladies and gentlemen, have you accepted the fact that the universe began 13.8 billion years ago with a single particle of near infinite energy and density that's been expanding outward at ever-increasing velocities according to laws of physics that we really don't understand? This was codified by Werner Heisenberg in 1927, who stated that the very act of observing reality actually changes reality. No one knows what's going on, and if you can accept the uncertainty into your heart, you'll find not salvation in the next life, but some peace in this one. Also, I've got Welch's fruit snacks. Does anyone want Welch's fruit snacks? I have a basketball team, I'm a veteran. I just don't think anyone knows what's going on. I really don't. I think reality is subjective. That's what I think. And if anyone thinks I'm wrong, you're right. So, I used to think I had shit figured out, though. I had this one experience where I took a huge dose of mushrooms an hour ago, and but I had this moment of clarity where I realized the universe is all one thing, right? We're just different manifestations of a single underlying consciousness. But when I'm waiting on an elevator and I hear someone coming, I still press door close. So it's rough, man. It's not easy being human. Especially with OCD. Now my OCD is like, put the microphone back in the stand. Anyway, we're gonna go on. OCD makes a lot of daily activities challenging, like porn. I can't watch porn, man, because of the OCD. It's a real problem. Because, see, you guys probably don't notice this, but if you're really paying attention to porn, there's always, like, little inconsistencies, continuity errors. It ruins it for me. It does. Last time I tried to watch porn, the guy in the porn, this guy had a neck tattoo. I was just like, come on, man. Like, I'm supposed to believe you're a high school principal? Have a little bit of integrity in your casting choices. I feel like, you know? Or if this guy does have the role, make some script changes to make it logical. Like, you know, make it a reform school, right? He's a former student, it's 10 years later, he's coming back to his alma mater, he's turning over a new leaf. Like, give it a redemptive narrative arc. I mean, that's just good storytelling. Who doesn't get hard for that? Yeah, but don't tell me that this guy is running a private school in Beverly Hills. I feel like many of you don't fully appreciate the amount of research that went into that joke. There was a huge amount of R&D. And then there's the ads around the porn that are so distracting. I saw one for this penis pill. It said, guaranteed 9-inch penis or your money back. Like, why would I want to make my penis 2 inches shorter? That seems like an odd choice. I don't even really miss porn, though. The truth is, at this point in life, like, I rarely masturbate. I would much rather enjoy a good sneeze. That's where I'm at right now.